Okay, so have you ever had that thing where, you're just kind of walking through the grocery store and you're not really looking for anything in particular,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden something just like totally catches your eye?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what happened to you recently, right?
Yeah, it did.
With a pretty interesting plant. And
Yeah.
we're going to kind of like take a deep dive into that whole what you saw and see what we can learn about it.
Okay.
And maybe even like why you decided not to bring it home with you.
Sounds good.
So we've got your notes here from when this happened.
Yep.
And especially that photo you took really
Yeah.
really kind of sparked this whole thing for us.
For sure. For sure. Your notes mention these really pretty heart-shaped leaves,
Yeah,
and you even said it had an upside-down flower.
it did. It really did.
So that visual, that's key.
Uh-huh.
That visual really helped me understand, what you saw, and it immediately brought a specific plant to mind.
Okay, so let's break down this whole upside down flower thing. The plant that you saw was a cyclamen.
That's right.
And what's so cool about them is how the flower is actually structured.
Yeah.
So you know how like most flowers, the petals, they kind of open upwards?
Yeah.
But cyclamen, they don't do that at all.
Huh.
The petals actually bend backwards.
Right.
They reflex, which gives it that really unique look. You know what I mean?
It is a very unique look.
Yeah, like it's totally inverted.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
It is. And that unique flower, that's just the part you see.
Right.
What's even more important to think about is that cyclamen are geophytes.
Oh, okay.
Think of it kind of like, how a bear hibernates and uses its stored fat to get through the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cyclamen, they grow from this underground storage organ called a tuber.
Hmm.
It's flattened and round, and it's full of nutrients.
Wow.
And it's basically packed with energy for the plant to survive.
That's amazing.
It is.
And that tuber and like how it works is really important for understanding why this specific plant wasn't really the best choice for your garden.
Exactly.
You mentioned in your notes that cyclamen, they bloom when it's cooler,
Yeah, during cooler periods.
and then they go dormant in the summer. So can you imagine like taking a plant that's
Yeah.
basically programmed to like cooler weather and then just suddenly putting it outside in a tropical environment
Right.
where it's like hot and humid all the time?
Yeah, you'd basically be shocking it.
Yeah. And you even wrote about that in your notes.
Oh.
You said there was a chance of significant temperature shock.
For sure. Especially when you're taking a cyclamen from a place like a store,
Right.
where they keep everything nice and cool, and then boom,
Yeah,
you put it outside in the tropics.
totally.
And if we think about like the bigger picture of, how plants work, these big changes in their environment can be really stressful for them.
Yeah, I bet.
It can mess with their ability to even absorb water.
Wow.
And it can even change how they do photosynthesis.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a big deal.
And it's not just like a theory or something.
Right.
You said that you've actually seen this happen before with other plants.
Definitely.
So you know firsthand that moving plants between different climates can be tricky.
It can backfire for sure.
It's one thing to read about it, but it's totally different to actually see it happen.
It really is.
So, I think a lot of people have these ideas about growing plants, and they don't always realize how different things can be in different climates.
That's true.
What do you think are some of the biggest mistakes people make?
Well, I think a lot of times people just focus on the temperature.
Yeah.
They might not think about things like humidity or what kind of soil a plant needs.
Right.
Or even the plant's natural dormancy cycles.
Yeah, like with the cyclamen,
Right, exactly.
wanting to be dormant in the summer.
Exactly.
So if you take a plant that's used to a Mediterranean climate where the summers are dry and it's supposed to be dormant, and then you try to make it grow in a place that's warm and wet all the time,
You're fighting against nature.
you're basically fighting against how it's supposed to grow.
Exactly.
So this whole thing with the cyclamen and its tuber,
Yeah.
it got you thinking about growing other kinds of plants from tubers in your tropical garden?
It did.
What do you think would be a good option for you to try?
Well, I think your idea about trying yams is a great one.
You mean like the ones you can eat?
Yeah, exactly. The edible kind you find at the grocery store.
Okay.
If you want to try growing something from a tuber in the tropics,
Uh-huh.
yams are already used to warmer weather.
Right.
Plus, you can find them pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
And they're not expensive.
True.
So it's a good way to experiment and learn.
Yeah, without having to spend a lot of money.
Exactly.
So basically what we've learned is that
Mm-hmm.
even though cyclamen are really pretty,
With their heart-shaped leaves and upside-down flowers,
yeah,
they're really not the best choice for a tropical garden.
Right, because they need it to be cooler.
Exactly.
Which is,
Yeah.
kind of a bummer.
It is, but it brings up a really important point.
Uh-huh.
When you think about getting a new plant,
Yeah.
take some time to really understand it, you know?
Like what it needs.
Yeah, like its natural rhythms.
Right.
The conditions it really likes.
And maybe you'll be surprised by what you find.
Yeah, you might even find some cool options in the produce aisle.
That's true. You never know.
You really don't.
Well, this has been really interesting.
I'm glad.
Thanks for breaking it all down for me.
You're welcome.
And for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Don't forget to really think about your plants and what they need.
And do your research.
Yeah, and happy gardening, everyone.
Happy gardening.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you later.